everybody. So since the pizza crust or dough takes so long to make, we're gonna go ahead and start with that. I'm gonna put 3.5 cups of flour, and this varies. You could possibly need 4.5 cups. It just depends. So go ahead and just measure up 3.5 cups, and we can go from there. Then I'm also going to be using 1 teaspoon of sugar, 1 tablespoon of sugar. Then 2 teaspoons of salt. There's 1. There's 2. We're gonna go ahead and mix our dry ingredients, just on low. Now go ahead and just put it on low heat for now. And then you wanna go ahead and pour in your first cup slowly. And then I'm gonna go ahead and grab 1 more cup and then, you know, kind of look and see how it's coming together. You don't want it to be dry. Turn it up a little bit. We'll see how that works out. I'm gonna go ahead and add 2 tablespoons of olive oil, and I like using virgin olive oil. So I'm gonna go ahead and add 2 tablespoons. That's the big one. 2, and then add just a little bit more because I like it nice and crispy. Now it's my turn, and you just basically just knead the dough, and your hands will get sticky, which is fine. You can just wash them right off and you'll be fine. And I just knead for about 3 to 4 minutes, because meanwhile I greased a pan over here, just a bowl, and then I greased it all over, and I'm gonna throw my dough right in there and just turn it around, make sure it gets nice and greased as well, so that when it rises, it's gonna get like double or triple the size. It'll be able to move because it's greased. If you don't grease, it won't rise. It'll have a hard time rising because it can't move. So we're gonna cover this with saran wrap or Glad wrap or any kind of towel that you may have, and keep it in a warm place for about an hour until it doubles in size. For my sauce, I'm going to heat up about 3 or 4 tablespoons of olive oil. Once it heats up, I'm gonna throw in my finely diced garlic and just let it simmer just for a couple of minutes. And I add about 3 cloves of garlic. They're a decent size. Now we can throw in our tomato sauce, and these are Marzano tomatoes. They're from Italy. This is the box right here, and it's San Marzano, product of Italy. No, there's nothing that's a duplicate of these tomatoes, so just in case you're wondering and want to substitute, I would definitely try my hardest to find these because they're amazing. I just added about 2 tablespoons or 1.5 tablespoons of fresh oregano. I have this on medium heat for now. I'm just gonna go ahead and stir this up. I'm also going to be adding some salt and pepper, and that's to taste. Now I am using 3 kinds of cheeses: mozzarella, Romano, and Parmesan. The Romano is a little bit on the saltier side, so I'm not gonna add too much salt to my sauce, but it's all preference. Teaspoon of dried oregano. I'm gonna add just a little bit of red pepper flakes because Bubba's doesn't like his food spicy. I'm not gonna add too much. I'm gonna add some basil. Then I'm gonna add a little bit of parsley. I like herbs a lot, as you can see, but you can choose not to use them. I'm gonna add some fresh ground pepper. Then I'm gonna add some salt. I'm gonna allow this to simmer for about 15 to 20 minutes, only because I have the herbs in there and I really want the flavors to come out. And what you do is you just continue allowing it to simmer, and then the water evaporates and it doesn't become so watery. I like the tomatoes to be a little bit chunky, so they come whole when you purchase them. If you buy the San Marzano, they come whole, and all I do is just kind of squish them with my hands. You can blend them if you prefer, you know, a much smoother, you know, sauce. I like the chunkiness of the tomatoes in my pizza. So good. So I'm gonna leave this for another 10 minutes, but I'll be stirring every 5.
Forget about it. And I added some romaine cheese.
Romaine or Romano?
Romano.
Okay, babe.
And I already got the dough ready. I flipped it a couple times.
You're such a liar.
You know, I used to play. Well, I gotta be a liar.
You were born that way.
Well, that's good.
I know, right?
Oh, that's right on.
The tomatoes make a big difference.
Might be a little spicy for Bubba's, but it's right on. I love it.
Now it's just right. As you can see, there's very little liquid in there, which is the way I like it because I don't like my pizza to get really soaked or soggy. So I'm gonna maybe let it a few more minutes and then I'm gonna just pull it right out because I think it's good to go. Alright, so our dough already rose at least twice. I would say more like 3 times its size. So now I'm gonna divide it into 3 portions so that I have 3 pizzas. I'm only gonna make one today and then I'm gonna go ahead and saran wrap the rest for tomorrow. So let's go ahead and take these out. Then I will eyeball it and just divide this into 3. There's 1, 2, and 3. So be sure to be careful. Now I'm going to go ahead and just stretch this out. You can use a roller or you can use your hands. And then you basically just grab it and put your hands and using your knuckles, turn it around just like this until it stretches out. As you're pushing this and shaping it, you want to make sure that it's not sticking to the bottom because all of the oil that it has or water, moisture, it'll suck it up really fast and it'll start sticking. So you have to be careful. I'm gonna go ahead and take my peel, which is just like a pizza paddle, and transfer it. Just like that. And I've also heavily floured my peel, otherwise it'll stick. And as you can see, it's not perfect. I still need practice with this, but what matters is the flavor and the quality of the bread and how good it tastes. So that's good. Then we can add our sauce. I don't like adding too much, only because it'll make it really wet and soggy. And I like my crust to be just a little bit crispy. And I'm gonna add my fresh mozzarella. And this usually is right by the deli section, not where you get your, Kraft cheese and things like that. Now I'm gonna go ahead and take my Romano and Parmesan. And I shaved it. It came like in their little blocks. It is pricey, but I like using quality ingredients for my family. When I can. I can't always do it. But if you can, I would definitely recommend doing it. Now I'm going to add my pepperoni. And I also bought this fresh and sliced it myself. It's not the easiest, so I basically just did my best and sliced it. Now if you like a lot of pepperoni, I would recommend getting them as close as possible because they will shrink. Now we're gonna put this in the oven for about 20 minutes. This is our pizza about 15 minutes in. I'm gonna let it go 5 more minutes just so it gets nice and crusty. The pizza just came out of the oven and it looks absolutely delicious. You basically just allow it to cool down for 10 minutes and then go ahead and cut it.
Babe, you are amazing. This is unbelievable.
Thanks, babe.
I'm not just saying this, family, but this is unbelievable. My wife just keeps pushing the bar. I'm like, babe, this is a lot of work and the dough and everything. How are you gonna do it? She's never done it before. I don't ever want to buy pizza again. I don't know, you just continue to amaze me.
You ready to eat?
I'm so ready.
It's hot. Babe, you don't have to check. Can you taste the Romano, the Parmesan, the mozzarella?
Babe, the pepperoni, everything. on point. Sauce on point. Crust on point. Tastes so good! Maybe you want to slap my mama. I'm not playing. Best pizza I ever had. And I'm not just saying it because it's my wife. I'm not saying it because it's my wife. This is bomb, bomb, bomb.